This is the monthly horoscope for Cancer, November 2014. Thanks for joining me. I'm Dadhichi. And an interesting month for you, Cancer, because we do see that recent entry of Mars into your marital sector to connect with Pluto, which has been there for a while, is very, very intense. If you watched my introductory video, we were talking about the eliminative process in this combination of planets. And that elimination can sometimes be, let's stop short of the word violent, but rather pushy, rather combative in some cases too. So this may not necessarily be the easiest of months for you in terms of your relationship, even though we do see such a strong and powerful highlight to your fifth sector of romance and love affairs. Saturn, Venus, the Sun, all sitting there, with Mercury moving into that sector on the 9th as well. So that's just a huge dose of energy. Can you deal with it, is the question, being as emotional as you are? I hope you can. You need a little bit of the rational Aquarian moon, which we see kicking off the month there in your 8th sector. So use that energy, that's the quality of air or the intellectual rational side, to offset some of this rather intense emotional energy that we see there. And that may be a little bit difficult for you up until the 12th or 13th, because we see the square aspect of Venus to Jupiter. That can be wasteful, it can be excessive, it can be what we call over-effusive. You may be trying too hard and working from an emotional base rather than that intellectual base that I think is very, very important for you. Having said that, you know, the full moon, which occurs around the 6th, is in the zone of social activities for you, so you're not going to have any shortage of opportunities there. In fact, probably too many opportunities is what I'm seeing. We do see that can slow down a little bit for you around the 18th, when the Sun and Saturn come into conjunction in that area. And this, for those of you who are parents, may be a little bit of a harrowing period with children. So, you know, I'd say from around the 12th to the 18th, you need to give a bit more attention to your kids, to your lovers. And once that passes, I think you're a little clearer to enjoy things more. But on the 21st, we also see a right angle between Venus and Neptune. And that's an interesting one, because that can throw a bit of a cloudy energy around your relationships. You may not be clear on what the other person wants. And unfortunately, your star sign is what we call a mute sign. You are emotional, but there are times where your sun sign of Cancer is a very emotional sign, but at the same time, it's what we call a mute sign. So when you're having problems, confusions, you tend to internalize that. It's better for you to communicate. And that, I think, can happen around the 22nd, when we see the Sun moving into the sign of Sagittarius. That's interesting because that's more to do with work, but it also has to do with service. And to me, I'm sort of maybe drawing a long bow astrologically here, but I'm just getting an intuition that if you're trying to solve some of your problems, the way to do that is to act from a base of service and selflessness rather than self-interest. So keep that in mind at that time. The conjunction of Mercury to Saturn on the 26th can really, really make you a lot more solemn in your thinking, but I don't think that's a bad thing, because as I said earlier, this month is particularly emotional for you, and you need to counteract that. The new moon from 24th to 26th and 27th, that area there is indicating the start of some new relationships, I think, for you. So it's all about relationships, love affairs, and keeping that balance between your emotions and your mind. Hope this helps. I do look forward to your company next month. If you'd like, you can join us at astrology.com.au, and we've got a synopsis of the reading that I've just done now, a transcript of what I've just said, if you'd like to read it rather than hear me talk about it. And don't forget too, the daily readings, the yearly readings, and for those of you that would like more of a And for those of you who'd like more of a personalised touch, of course we have myself and lots of other psychics and astrologers who are there ready, willing and able to help you with any questions that you may have. Take care and see you next month. Bye-bye.